it's just the funniest thing you've ever heard. It's called Butt Fucked in Boston.
Yeah.
Dude.
See, right there, bro. Do I need to say anything?
All right. Fuck yeah.
What's up, bro?
What the fuck is up, bro? Well, today's been a fucking journey, hey? I mean, fuck
We got
me,
here.
bro. We got here.
It's all
but,
working
like,
now. Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. But I mean, that's fucking, like, I know we just literally talked about it, but you fucking being an audio guy fucking gets it so much.
This happens every day. Like, even at our studios. Even at the big fucking studios, bro. Wait, am I allowed to swear?
No, yeah, you can.
Shit. But yeah, this fucking happens at the big studios all the time, bro. Somebody comes in one night before the session and they'll change something. Like today, you didn't know that room was shut and the things.
Dude. Yeah.
People change stuff. That fucking
and
happens.
it's like, yeah. I think whenever you run into any of these problems as well, it's always so nice to know that someone else couldn't figure it out too.
Yeah.
Like, especially getting up like a dude who is like paid to kind of know what's going on. It's like, yeah, that makes you feel so good.
Nah, it
it's
happens,
just like,
bro. It happens all the fucking time. It's
nice. But anyway,
we're here now.
how are you? What's happening? Tell me. How have you been?
I've been good, bro. It's I'm in my last semester for my degree now, so just been pushing through. This is the last leg. Just gotta power through that, and yeah, life's been good. Lots of gigs. Lots of songs.
Very
songs
nice.
with you.
Nice.
Songs with other people.
Come on.
Yeah. All that's been going on. How have you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. I mean, busy. I think busy is good. Busy's
busy's always
nice.
good.
Yeah, busy's nice. Trying to do a couple of things. Still trying to figure out this whole fucking podcast because I haven't even confirmed what I'm gonna call it, but I've got a good idea.
I swear to God, if we call it Yois.
Yois, and I don't even know. That's not even a fucking bad idea. No, what I was thinking, what I think I'll go with, I'll go with 30 hertz.
Why 30 hertz?
Because, well, it's a reference. It's like a frequency range reference, as it's like a sub frequency, 30 hertz, and it's also like to reference the D&B All-Stars tour that they did.
Yeah.
Because they did a 30 hertz tour just because it's such a low frequency. And they basically were taking around these fucked subs.
I can go that down.
Yeah, the whole thing was just like, you're going to feel the 30 hertz. You know what I mean? So I thought it was cool because it's like a bass frequency. I like bass music. Yeah. It's like about music.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's cool. So just for the record as well, so you're studying audio.
Yeah, audio engineering. Yep.
Yeah, so you're in your final semester of your bachelor's.
Yep.
Nice. How do you find that?
This is gonna be my second bachelor's actually.
Oh wow, what was your first in?
Dude, shit. This is gonna come out now.
Bro, this is the podcast, bro. Welcome. You're not how
What did I say
anymore.
yes to this? Oh, I did civil engineering, bro.
No shit.
Yeah,
no
I
shit.
did all that stuff, but then I was like, fuck this. I don't want a fucking 9 to 5.
Oh, bro, 100%.
Yeah, and then I started doing live sound at home, like back in India. I was doing live sound engineering. I did it for like a year and a half or something. Then fucking COVID hit. Everything happened. And once I got the scholarship for Australia, that's when I moved here.
Right. Nice. So you were studying over there. You did your bachelor's. Then
Yeah, I actually did 2 years of my performance major in drums and percussion.
wow. Yeah. Right.
I did that first. And while I was doing that shit, because I used to play for a lot of bands, like commercial bands, and commercial bands were the ones that got me the money. But mostly I was into my heavy metal. I played for a bunch of death metal bands, progressive metal bands, that kind of shit. And while I was recording albums for them or like doing session work for them in the studio, I realized it's much more fun to be on that side of the glass.
Yeah.
Because it was fun to do all this, but like even with the band and everything, I was like, okay, we are producing all the time. Like this is part of production. Even though if we're like not doing it in the DAW, but in the jam pad, we're like actually producing a song.
Yeah.
So and I really, really enjoyed the aspect of recording a particular sound. And we used to go to fucking these small ass shops, find the perfect snare, bring it back, the perfect
Nice.
towel that goes over the snare, and
Nice.
things like that. And I realized that I want to do more of that
Mm.
because let's be honest, this wasn't bringing in a lot of money. Like
Yeah.
playing for,
Yeah.
especially playing for metal bands, and that too in India.
Yeah. Not quite the same market
It's
for it.
you don't get into it to make money. Like in the first place, you do it because you love it. So
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's really cool. I really love as well, just like that image of you at the dubstep and at the heavy metal. It's like I can instantly see both sides of that in you. It's funny.
Bro, I've seen that with a lot of people. Like a lot of the tear out guys, a lot of the dubstep guys, they all have a heavy metal background. Like Oliver,
dude, yeah.
Dylan, he's a big ass heavy metal head. Like he listens to all the big bands and everything.
Yeah.
The other night we were sitting down, we listened to everything together. So I sort of realized that the reason they like tear out and all those heavy sounds is because they've grown up listening to bands like that.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, then you even think about, I mean, obviously it's like you got the big names like Phase One. You obviously like, dude, it's just hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like, look at fucking Sullivan King. It's just like taking it to that extreme example of someone who's really fucking made the whole thing.
Yeah.
It really is just hand in hand. So I want to ask you then. So I think that leads me nicely into what I wanted to talk about is how did you become Howabout? So you came over to Australia, or did Howabout originate in India?
Yeah, it all started back in India because when COVID hit, that time I packed up my shit from Mumbai because I was living alone in Mumbai for like 4 years. That's where I was doing my performance major and my live sound and all. I packed up my bags and I moved to Goa. If you know where Goa is. It's like the party state of India. It's just beaches and chicks and raves. It's just that.
Just running around.
Because all the venues, everything all across the country, everything was shut. Goa was the only place where you could, still have a little bit of parties. Raves were happening, like underground and stuff.
Yeah.
So I moved over there for like a year and a half. Moved in with my best friend. He plays bass, and we both started this live drum and bass jungle sort of a duo thing, where he would have a bass guitar, his Ableton Push, a few analog synths, and I had like a hybrid kit. So we would like send scenes back to each other, like modulate in real time and things like that. And yeah, it was pretty sick, bro, for what it was at that time. And I mean, obviously, we didn't do shit with it. We just did like live performances and all. But that is honestly where my artist name and all that stuff came about. Because I was like, this is cool. I want to do this. And when he was like, oh, what do you want to call the thing? And what do you want to do? What do you want to call yourself? And I was like, look, I love this, but I love a lot of other things. And I don't know if this is the only thing that I want to do.
Yeah.
So my friend suggested that how about? 'Cause then it leaves me with so many opportunities. I can be like, how about this? How about that? I was like, that is so dumb. I love it.
No, that's the best. That's the best. I love that. I fucking love that.
Because I started like, that's when I started like producing for other people, doing like ghost production, things like that. And I was always mixing and mastering for like smaller acts and stuff like that. So one thing led to another, and I wanted a name or something that can, keep me open to all sorts of genres, whatever the fuck I want to do. Because I don't know what I want to do right now. I'm just starting out, and this was something that, gave me opportunity to do whatever later on.
Yeah, and I guess just have that space to choose and just decide what you love. Because I mean, just by the sounds of it, I mean, you've been around the block. You know what I mean? You've done all those different genres. You've done a lot of different stuff. Where did you kind of? Well, what would you say has been your favorite things to mix? Do you prefer mixing the heavy metal stuff? Do you prefer even just mixing smaller holistic bands, like the whole thing? Would you rather mix dubstep songs for Ghost Produce? Like which one have you had the best kind of experience with?
Okay, lately, yes, it has been drum and bass. Like lately, mixing neuro has been super fun. I was like last week only I got this project from a friend of mine, and oh my god, neuro is so much fun to mix. It's just so much fun. But at the same time, I would say that when I'm recording like bands or like, you know, even a small duo act with like a guitar and vocals, over there the mixing starts from the recording stage. Like, you know, picking the right mic, picking the right room, where the performer's gonna stand, all those kinds of things. Even like small things like, oh, I'm gonna slot in you in the morning because you sing better in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Small shit like that. It
Right,
makes you
yeah.
sort of think, and when it all comes together in the end, when you're
Yeah.
mixing, then you gotta feel nice, you know.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
shit, I thought of that, and
Yeah.
that's why it works. So I would say like genre-wise, sure, like drum and bass and electronic is fun because all electronic music is like it's all about like pushing the limits of your DSP. It's all about like how far can you push your
Yeah.
fucking laptop to go
Yeah.
hard as fuck till it is actually about to take off, bro. You know. But the flip side of that is like when you're mixing metal bands or like indie rock bands or things like that, their tracks need soul. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you want to capture the emotion. Doesn't fucking matter if there's a bit of noise in the guitar mic. Doesn't matter if there's like bleed coming into the piano mic from the drum kit.
Yeah.
If you capture the emotion, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
two completely different things, and they
Yeah.
both have their. I fucking hate mixing country, dude.
Country.
That I will say.
That's
I fucking
you,
hate. I hate the
country.
banjo. I hate the fucking. I don't know any of those shits because they all have that weird ass fucking 1.5K that I have to keep, and that kills me, dude. I swear to God, I will actually neck myself. I hate country music. I'll say it again.
That's so fucking funny, dude.
That's why whenever these fucking rhythm guys come up to me and they're like, country rhythm, fuck you, go home. No fucking way.
You're like, damn fucking hog. Fuck off. No.
No.
No. Oh, that's so fucking funny, bro. Dude, I was on that same train as you, and then my girlfriend, she's from Armadale, and it's like, dude, that country rhythm is like, that's like the drum and bass of Armadale.
Really?
They rip it, bro. They rip it, bro.
I
Bro,
do
now
not
I
wanna go
now I
there.
know songs off by heart. Now I'm like
Oh,
so
no.
into it. And hey, like, I don't know if this might be a hot take, but Morgan Wallen kind of slaps, bro. I've been so tempted to remix him. So tempted. Like, dude, here's the thing, dude. I listen to there's one country song which I would want to show you because it's just the funniest thing you've ever heard. It's called Butt Fucked in Boston.
Yeah.
Dude.
See, right there, bro. Do I need to say anything?
We'll let the record show. We'll let the record show. That anyone else, whoever fucking might listen to this, can make up their own fucking mind. All right, would you rather butt fucked in Boston or heavy metal? No, obviously I know your answer. It's not gonna be butt fucked. But anyway, I digress. So I'd love to kind of take you back into when you first started DJing. What was your first gig and how did you get it?
Oh. Like first gig that I got, or like, because like my first gig was what, Your Shot.
Course.
That's how
Well,
I
I want to
started.
know. Well, I want to know both. How was your experience with Your Shot, and how did that lead into your first real gig, and how did that process happen from getting into Your Shot, playing the gig, then getting your first paid gig from there? What was that journey like for you?
It all happened pretty quick, dude. Because once we started Your Shot, it was those 6 weeks went by like nothing. I didn't even like. I kept on changing my set, and I was like, I am not paying for songs. Fuck that shit. Hype edit all the way, bro. And I was seeing all these people like dropping $50 on their Beatport list. I was like, fuck that. No ways, man.
Yeah.
All the Bass Rabbit recordings and all that. And I was like, that was fun. But those 6 weeks literally flew by. I didn't even notice where they went until it was like time to perform and shit. And that the actual performing part of it was super dope. That's how I met everybody. Like, that is legit the first time I met Angus.
Yeah, right. So it was on that. So it was on that day.
I was on stage, and it was Angus behind me and BZ, and because they were all judges, and he's behind me, and I still have that video, dude. It's I played a song by Gladdy Palling.
Nah, you fucking Belgian ass. You Belgian ass.
This random white motherfucker, bro, comes from the side. He's like, "Fuck you!" Like, we're gonna be friends. But yeah, that was super fun. That's where I met Annie. That's where I met Mushu, BZ, all the guys from Sydney DNB. So that's what actually got me into the scene. And I met all the guys from Shukru, all my friends that I have now. Most of them saw me play that day, and that's how it all started.
Nice.
And as far as like the first gig, bro, it was actually quite funny because one of Callie, right?
Yeah.
Right. Callie was the first person who taught me my first double.
Really?
Yeah,
So is she your DJ trainer?
She came in for like one class,
Right.
like a substitute sort of a thing, and she's like, this thing called doubles. I was like, no.
The floodgates.
Two tracks together. She's like, yeah. She taught me how to do doubles, and then every song in my set was a double after that. But she got me my first gig after Your Shot. She was like, oh, this thing with Bondi Lines is happening. And it was like, bro, it was 2 weeks after Your Shot? It was like a big thing happening. I think Hannah Lang or something was coming to Sydney, and there was a couple of stages. They said there's a drum and bass stage, you want to be on it? And I was like, yeah, sure. And bro, my first fucking gig, it was a back-to-back.
Really?
Yeah,
right.
it's been fucking a month and a half that I've started a DJ, and it's straight into a back-to-back. And I was like, fine, that's fine, we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a weird thing, because most of my gigs have been back-to-backs.
No shit, yeah.
I think I've just played 1 or 2 gigs alone.
Oh, well, I mean, you and Denise are the fucking dream team for the back-to-back. You guys and your trap and your fucking...
Bro, I love playing with her. It's just... Everything just flows so much better. I know what...
You can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell as well. As someone who's watched you guys play as well. I think the one that really sticks out to me is when you guys played on the boat and you guys had like the garage and kind of trap set. Like that was just like... It's just great because watching you guys, you really feel the fun that you have. Which is really cool. It's a really cool experience to kind of feel that as well. It's just fucking fun, man. You know what I mean?
It's weird with her also, bro, because... When I play with her, it's like... I remember when we were playing Schmear, okay? She knows I am going to do this triple. But I don't have fucking time to load the third track. And I'm doing my chop with the first 2 tracks. And I look to my right, the third track's loaded, bro. It's already there. So, like, she knows what I want to do. And she'll, like, help me out. And it's just so much easier with her. It's just... Yeah. And, like, sometimes I'm doing a transition and... automatically 2 more hands will come in on the I was like, okay.
Just straight in.
Fine.
Like Don Darko and Blackout, you two.
But yeah, it's super fun. We have a lot of music together. We work together. I mix all of her tracks, do recordings for her. She's actually the only heavy electronic drum and bass, trap, dubstep person I found in my uni. And that's how we became friends, and we were like, fuck yeah, dude. Right.
Yeah. So she was studying audio too at the same time?
No, she was doing production, composition.
Right. I see. Nice. Well, yeah, I'd love to talk about your production as well. So when was the first time you knew that you wanted to get into producing yourself?
I would say it was quite close to the point, like when people were asking me to ghost produce for them. And I would do this shit for them. And that's how I learned about production. Because I was like, oh, that's a fucking neat trick. If I can do this. And eventually I had a lot of tricks. And I was like, yo, what to do with this? Yeah. And I was still trying to find what I wanted to do, honestly. I did not know I wanted to do drum and bass. Because I was making a lot of like footwork and, breakcore and things like that. 200 BPM songs. I was just having fun. But it took me a while to like narrow it down to okay, drum and bass is what I want to do. And then some motherfucker comes along and they're like, oh, you know what? Drum and bass has a lot of subgenres. Which one do you want to do? I was like,
Yeah,
fuck you,
yeah.
cunt. I just made up my mind.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, but immediately I knew, I was like, no, I don't want to do dance floor because
Yeah.
it didn't like resonate too much with me. And plus,
It has to
yeah.
resonate with you.
Plus, I had like that heavy background from like metal and punk rock
Yeah.
and all that shit. So neuro just made sense to me.
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
slowly fucking came to Belgium, and there is no
Down
going
the
back now.
rabbit- No, there isn't. What about dubstep? You've been trying to make any dubstep?
Yeah, I recently started. I started that like few months back, like 8 to 9 months back. I'm still figuring out what kind of dubstep I want because I grew up listening to the OG dubstep, fucking
Yeah.
Skrillex and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I love Tear Out.
Oh,
You know?
dude, I mean,
So
who fucking
I'm
doesn't?
trying to
bro?
like all of that Reaper shit, trying to make it meet Murada and Muerte and all
Yeah.
that stuff, you know?
Yeah,
I'm still trying to
see.
figure out because I see a lot of dubstep producers out there who like everybody has the same machine guns, everybody has the same screeches or sustains at the back.
Yeah.
Do want to do something special with it, but
Yeah.
that's the whole point of it, right? You gotta
Yeah.
make your own sound. And
Yeah. Well, that's exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like. I mean, you talk to anyone. That's like the whole struggle of it is just like finding that sound, finding where you kind of fit into the scene, where you fit into the international like
Yeah, that's right.
genres of everything, and you got this and influences of this and that
That's
and this
right.
and that, and you're just like,
Because
fuck,
you
man.
you want some random kid sitting in Brazil listening to your track on SoundCloud going, what the fuck did I just listen to?
Yeah, 100%.
That's not gonna happen if you sound like every other motherfucker.
No, exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah, you just gotta find that pocket that you love, and you just fucking lean into it, bro. That's it. I'd love to know what I think this is a good question. I always like to ask producers is what's your workflow like? Where do you start a song generally? Do you like to start with the drums? Do you like to start with the bass? Where does that? How does that work from you? Where do you work your inspiration?
Are we
To getting
talking
into
electronic?
it.
Like drum and bass dubstep?
Yeah. I'll stick to that for now.
I would say drums. It's always drums for me because that's where I come from. I'm a drummer, so
Yeah.
that's where it comes from always. Always, I do end up going back and changing the sounds and samples all the time, but like it always starts with the drums and the bass because that's what I'm more comfortable with. And I've also found that putting in a bass later on is so hard to make space for it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people like start with an idea of just like mid basses and things like that, and they chuck some drums on it and do stuff. But at the end, when they put a sub on top of all of that, it does not like sit well, right?
Yeah.
It's so hard to carve out that low end from everything else. You can't just like low cut everything and just hope that it'll sit well.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
hard to glue it all together. So in terms of like technically speaking, that's what I do. But I'm not gonna lie, there have been times I'll find a good sample like of a vocal chop or something, and I just wanted to go woo 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 woo.
Yeah.
Or I'll find a good yoi, and it's just,
100%.
So it just comes from anywhere, honestly. There's no like formula to it, and honestly, I would hate for there to be a formula to it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because you wake up, you hear like I know you listen to a lot of hip hop and rap and all, and you listen
Yeah.
to it and you're like, fuck, I'm gonna make a dubstep track out of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that too. Because I mean, I'm a big proponent of like really just following where it comes from. It's just like if I even just have like an idea of like a chord progression, just like get it down and just kind of follow it and just let that kind of take you. Don't get married to the idea that you have to do drums, or you have to do the bass, or you have to do the drop.
Yep.
Just do it. If you think it's a cool build, just fucking do it. You know what I mean? It's like you don't need to finish it. Just do that, and then that might influence someone else, something else, and something else. So, yeah, I'm a big proponent of that too. Just like kind of following that.
Whatever you have in your head, just get it down.
Yeah, just get it down. Yeah. Just fucking get it down. Stop thinking and just do. You know what I mean? Stop worrying so much about it. Just get it down and then leave it. Never come back to it. If you don't want to.
Bro. Hard disk is fucking full of that shit.
Hundreds. I'm same here. The amount of shitty drops that I have on my laptop is just crazy.
And somebody else might listen to it and be like, "What the fuck is this? You should work on it." Yeah, I want to, but like.
Yeah, but it's just like if you just don't have that inspiration there, it's just not there. You don't need to force it either.
Yeah, true.
That's the thing. The harder you force it, the worse it's gonna be. So you don't want to just burn yourself out just by pushing into this one song that you could just make another one. Just make a different one. Who cares? Go on Splice, find a fucking art, put it in there. Who cares?
That's true.
I was gonna ask you. I'd love to know what is one plugin that you just can't live without.
Fuck, dude. Don't do that.
One. You got one plugin that you could not live without. You need it.
Okay, look, you would expect me to say Serum. Oh, fuck Serum, bro. Fuck that.
That's okay. Look, okay, for the sake of it, I'll say, what's one like effects or dynamic effects plugin? So it's not synth, because fuck yeah, Serum. Like you can't. I mean, come on. That's I absolutely agree with you on that one.
Okay, dude. There's this one thing. If we're talking like if I were to like choose one plugin to live with the rest of my life, it would have to be Virtual Mix Rack by Slate Digital.
Right, I've never heard of it. What does it do?
It's like a rack unit, and you can choose all these separate 500 series preamps. So it's got EQs, dynamics, DSers, transient shapers, preamps, saturators, everything's in it. So I guess it's sort of like a cheat code. Yeah, I use it for like heaps of shit, and it's cheap as fuck. Also, it's not that expensive.
I might get you to send me that link.
Oh,
that sounds fucking sick.
I think it's like $15 a month subscription. Also, if you can get.
Oh, that's so easy.
Yeah,
and it's like a monthly thing. That doesn't even count, dude. Because when you think about it, it's just like, it's like $3 a week. That doesn't even count. It's not even real money.
It's actually pretty useful, and even for tracking, mixing, it's. Plus, if you have like multiple of those on like different channels, you can link them.
Right. Yeah, I see.
And you can have like one on the end of your master bus and put the master console on it and put them all on the same setting. So it'll be like a summing console. It'll sum up to your master bus. So,
I think I officially just saw short circuited for a second. I was like,
that's good.
I might need to listen back to that.
But if not that, I'd say Suit 2.
Pardon?
Suit 2.
Suit 2, what's that?
It's like a dynamic EQ sort of thing. It's got like multiple equalization points. Right. So it intelligently turns down the harmonics of any frequency that you want to. It's like a cheat code, honestly.
Nice.
You crank it up. Right. Anything that's harsh, anything that's sizzling, gone.
Nice. Sick. Nice. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking into that rack, because that's like,
I'll send it to you,
dude. That's so ideal, because it's like you need all those things. It's like, especially, dude, the one thing I've been getting really into recently is the transient shapers. Yeah. Like, because I've only just kind of been learning a bit about parallel compression. I've been kind of getting into that whole beast, and it's just like, yeah, the transients, like, I love a good fucking transient shaper. Like, dude, kilohertz, dude. You want? Okay, I got my answer for what I couldn't live without. The fucking kilohertz. Oh,
transient shaper?
Yeah, well, just like, dude, the whole kilohertz setup. Oh, if you don't have it, that's a fucking joke, man. It's free, and you get like 25, like, fucking class plugins. Yeah. It's so good. Like, even anything, they got like ring mods, they got tone filters, they got frequency shifters, they got.
I love the Haas one, kilohertz Haas effect.
Oh,
I think that's way more useful when you want to like widen anything as opposed to using a widener. Like, infected mushroom wider or something like that. If you're using that, I think the Haas effect is much, much, much more useful.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's when it just injects it straight to left and
Yes.
right
It'll,
rather
like-
than making it wide.
Yeah, it'll like offset one of them by like a few milliseconds or millisamples or whatever the fuck. And the most important thing is like wider too by infected mushroom. They say that they don't have any phase issues, but you gotta be like very careful with that shit.
They do.
Adds some weird kind of artifact that I can hear. I can't really like put it into words, but like I don't know. I don't like it. Fuck.
No, I'm 100% with you because I've found that on the Ozone Imager.
Oh yeah.
Ozone Imager has that problem a lot because I'll use that because they have a Haas effect on there, which is good as well. But I find when you're just making it wide by yourself, sometimes it just fucks it. Sometimes it just fucks it, and it says it's like on the mixer, it says it's redlining. But it's not. Like I can tell you right now, it's not. So yeah, they just got the weird. I don't know what it is, but I know people at SAE have said that too. Like, don't use it.
You got to be very careful with wideners. It's stereo makers. You've seen all those plugins which have like a stereo maker knob at the end of the plugin, and like a mono maker and a stereo maker. I think those two knobs are the fucking most dangerous shit anybody can like fiddle with.
Yeah.
Because one wrong move and everything just goes out of phase. You'll check your correlation meter at the end of your master chain, everything's fucked, and it's because of that one knob.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I find that it's like people don't give phase enough consideration. Because it really fucks your shit up. Because the only reason I learnt about it is being at SAE. Like you learn about the sound waves, you learn about the phasing, you learn about like the polarity, all that stuff. And it's like you need to check that phase. Even the other day, I was watching a dubstep side chaining video because I'm trying to get deep into I'm trying to get my little grubby little mitts on the dubstep game. And even they were just like, you can literally just zoom in and line it up so that your sidechain will go back in phase with the bass. And they're just like, you don't need to do it, but these are the kinds of things that you need to consider. And it's just the fact that you don't consider it is where the problems are going to come from. So if there's anyone who is listening to this who doesn't fucking know about phase, watch a fucking YouTube video, right? Watch a fucking YouTube video and make a respace and figure it out. It's like
No, dude, phase is fucking important.
it's so important. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anyone who'll agree with me more with that statement than you because like obviously I think that when you record things as well, like that's the first thing they drill into you is the phase. The drums and the snares.
Check the phase with everything. It's just it's a nightmare, dude. But like, because recording a drum kit, you've got like fucking what? When you're doing multi-mic recordings, you've got like 10 fucking microphones going on. Checking the phase with each combination, it just takes the fun out of it. But that's like the important part of it. Like that's the first step. You record with your phase off. Yeah, sure, you can have the argument. Oh, but I'll swap the phase on with the plugin later on. Yeah, sure, but you're not gonna get the sound while you're doing it.
No,
like, you can't imagine how the mix is gonna end up. Like, it's all like left side of your brain and right side of your brain sort of a thing, right?
Yeah,
like, you do all the technical stuff. I think that's the left. I don't know. But,
one of them.
Yeah, one of them.
You got 50% chance.
Yeah, right? But yeah, you do that left side of the thing early on so that you don't have to like work too much with the right side later on. Like, you can be free with it.
Yeah, 100%. And I agree with you when you say that you can argue just like, oh, that's boring. It's like the best part of it is having this holistic finished product which you're proud of and everything's tight and it works and it's just tight. Like you want it to be tight. You want it to be proper, and you want to be able to be precise. I think is a big thing that you need to be able to do. But I'm glad I do like talking to like an audio guy because it's like things like phase and stuff. People just go like, what the fuck are you even like? What? It's just like I think the most that people know about phase is generally just like respaces. I mean, I know that's the first time I found it out because it's just like, wait, it can like go quiet without making it go quiet. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why does it go faster with like higher notes?
That was fun for me to find out as well. I was like,
dude.
I was like, how? But I don't know. It took me a while to learn that.
Yeah.
For me, it's hard.
takes a second, but like, dude, when you get it and you make just like one respace and they're both just like 20 cents out of each other and you make them wobble, dude, put an OTT on it, you literally feel like Sota.
Yeah.
You literally feel like Sota. You're like, I'm the best producer ever. Like, you want to like show someone, you're just like, it's just a race. Like, yeah, but do you want to see the patch? It's like, look, bro, I'm just saying, I'm a bit of a big deal now. It's like, Mom, I made it. All right.
Oh, no.
I'd love to take the conversation into random territory, right? Because I'll explain to you why I had this question in my notes, because it's one of these questions that I love to ask people. Because I was scrolling Instagram, right?
It's gonna be something dumb.
Right, no, bear with me. And I always find that a way to look into someone's soul is looking at their YouTube feed or Instagram feed. Because no one watches you while you're watching YouTube, you know what I mean? It's like, so like, it's hilarious. Like, I've gone through my brother's and it's just like the most random shit. And he'll just know that it's like, because you watched weirdest creatures in the depths of the ocean, would you like the blah, blah, blah. So I want to ask you, what's the most kind of recurring video in your Instagram or TikTok feed right now? What trend have you been getting into right now?
I don't know, bro. It's always fucking food and cats.
Your food and cats.
It's always food, bro. It's like, it'll be like 1 a.m. or something, and I see this guy putting like onion rings and then fried chicken on top and then coleslaw and and I'll send it to David and I'll be like, David,
bro, we need to try this.
And then, bro, he'll call me like, fuck you, cunt. Now I'm hungry. But yeah, it's mostly food and I like cats.
You're a big cat guy then?
I like dogs, but like it's just animals, bro. I don't know why I keep getting cats, but yeah, it's just cats and fucking food and there'll be a fucking I don't know, a mixer or two in there. I don't.
Yeah,
it's just that. I hate social media, dude. I try not to like spend too much time on it, but I do. If I check my fucking screen time, it's fucked. But
oh, dude, it's too easy not to, and it's like. And that's the thing, is that with things like these fucking algorithms and everything, it's just like, you don't need to be on your phone. It's like, it knows what's going on. It fucking knows. It's like, this podcast isn't about conspiracy theories or anything like that. But I mean, come on.
No, bro,
Siri's
I
a snitch.
100% agree with you. Because
Siri's a snitch.
I swear to God, there's been times like I've just said something to my phone. Like, you know what?
Dude.
I would like this. Next 2-3 days, bro, I'm getting it. How the fuck? How?
You know what I've done to my girlfriend before? It's like if she like goes to the bathroom or something, sometimes I'll just go to her phone, just turn it on and just be like, football. Just keep saying it. Just to fuck with her. I don't really know if it's worked or not, but it makes me happy. It makes me happy to know that she might be.
I'm pretty sure it'll work, dude.
Probably. I would love. I'm just waiting for the time she goes, I'm getting a lot of fucking football on my feed right now. What's all that about?
Where that came from?
Where did that? It's like, I don't know, babe. Like, what are you even watching? Like, what the fuck are you? It's like, oh, but if you're into it, like, we can watch the game. I don't mind. Yeah, no, that's just funny. It's just funny. I love asking people that, because it's like, I think the thing that inspires that question as well is like, do you follow Funcase?
Oh no, what's that?
He's like a big UK dubstep guy. He's got like a little mask. He's got a whole thing going on. He's famous. He does he does fucking dubstep, whatever. Yeah. And like the amount of times where I've just like seen like a meme or whatever, and I just see Funcase, just like this huge fucking DJ, and he's like a spokesperson for like different Instagram trends. Yeah. If you've ever, all right, my mate got me into this one. Yeah. I plead not guilty. Oh no. But cartel talk, right? All right. The cartel. There's like all these videos of like cartel stuff on Instagram of them making weed, making cocaine, flying the planes, doing the whole thing. And every single time I see one of those, the first name I see is just Funcase. This dubstep DJ from the UK, he's always there, and he literally would just be like, guys, I don't know how I got here, but I'm here with you. Let's just ride this fucking train.
Fuck.
So I always just find it curious where people kind of stand in their social media game.
I don't know, bro. I wish it wasn't there, but at the same time, I'm like, I wouldn't discover so much music if it wasn't there.
100%.
Right? I wouldn't know.
It's how it is, man. It's a business now. It's a business. It really is. It really is a business. Like, it's like, yeah. I mean, it's like an ad. It's like advertising. It's like an advertising medium. It's like, look at me. I do stuff.
It is what it is now. But like,
Yeah.
do I wish it wasn't there? Sure. But can I do anything about it? Fuck no. So
Yeah. Well, no. That's the debate as well. Is that it's just like it's so interesting because it's just like I hate it too. I fucking hate it, bro. Like, I've been trying to figure that beast out, and like, you post your fucking videos or whatever, and you just like, you just hate it. Like, every single time I post a fucking video, I just post it and I just put my phone out for the next 6 hours because I'm like, I don't want to know about it. I just do it because I don't know.
it needs to be done, sort of.
Yeah. You just gotta kind of do it.
I get it.
But no, because like I'm completely with you though that it's just so destructive as well. Like, you literally you see people who just scroll and scroll and scroll for like all this time. I've watched a video the other day with this guy Friendly Geordie. He's like an Australian comedian, political commentator, and he just had this video just yelling at people, just being like he would speak to the camera because he's also a comedian. So a lot of his is kind of formatted like that. Like, he'll speak to you. And he was just like, I had the worst experience because all I said on this video was, guys, just get off your fucking phone. Just get off it. And someone responded to him and was just like, that's the first time I can remember looking at clouds. And I was just like,
Come on, dude.
I was like, fuck, man. Like, it's crazy.
It's weird as fuck, dude.
It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's just a crazy world, hey. But I'd love to ask you then, just on that same kind of note, how do you feel about the way that AI is incorporating itself into the music industry, creating music mixing, and how do you feel about that?
Okay. I've got my pros and cons list for this, and I'm a bit on the fence because I have not used it that much, but I have friends who work in the field who like try and explain it to me and things like that. So I think I'm like educated enough about it to like make a comment over it, but I still haven't like practically used it in the field, so to say. To like, be like, oh, this is my user experience. But you see people like Mr. Bill, he just released this new plugin with a company where he gave them like 300 gigs of his sound design, and it just makes all the basses for you. Every time you press like randomize or things like that, it'll give you a new bass, which is great, which is like a good way of using AI. But at the same time, I see these AI mastering plugins and this and that, and at the start it was like kind of scaring me because I was like, bro, this is my job.
Yeah.
This is what I like spent years trying to learn how to bring it to
100%.
-4 LUFS, and you're telling me you press a button and it's gonna do it in 2 seconds? Fuck that.
Yeah,
But
of course.
I do have like people in this, like my friends of mine who work in this field, and they do tell me that the AI part of it is, you have to look at it as an assistant, like something that guides you in the direction you want to go into. It's not going to be something that, oh, this is the final product, here you go, like work with it. It's never going to, you're never going to be happy with what it gives you. But yeah, dude, I have to like I've never used one of those AI mastering tools yet.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of people using them. Like, they have like subscriptions and shit where like Lander or like SoundCloud does it, and there's Waves has a mastering plugin now, and you can even send it to those guys. And they'll send you a master within like 2-3 days. But what are you gonna do about it? Like, it's not a human at the end of the thing where you can go like, oh, you know what, I like this, but the transients are gone, the mid range is weak, the bass is distorting. it's just gonna do the job for you. Yes, it'll do it like quite accurately, but there's gonna be things about it that you won't like.
Yeah.
So, and I say all this, and then I use an AI thing to make artwork for my like.
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, dude,
So
yeah.
I am a hypocrite in that sense. But
That's
like,
all right. This is we talk about music on this
Yeah,
podcast.
right.
So those fucking
Fuck,
digital
they-
artists, get the fuck out of here. I'm not talking about you. You have your
See,
own
like,
time.
I don't know, dude. It's a weird space, and I want to see where it goes before like I make up my mind about it. But all that fucking AI mastering shit, I'm not for it.
Yeah, no, I think that I agree with you in that sense where I think that like you have to have the skills of your own. You have to be able to rely on your own knowledge to be able to use something like that. You can't just rely on that and be like, it's done, whatever, fixed. Like, I really do believe that you have to at least have the knowledge to know what the AI has done so that if there's something that you want to tweak, then you can use it as a tool rather than be like, this is the gospel that this AI thing has done for me, and that's all there is to it. Like, I think if you can bring your own knowledge to the table and use it like a tool, I think that's where you're gonna be able to have the upper hand.
That's what I mean. Understand what it does and then use it to the fullest.
Yeah.
That's what I would say about it. Yeah, but
Read the
like,
manual.
Yeah.
Read the AI manual.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of that, bro. On my fucking forehead. There's fucking stupid idiots everywhere. Oh, never mind. Fuck.
No.
You've seen that AI thing, Synth GPT?
No.
Bro, it's literally like Chat GPT, but it's a plugin in your door now that you can buy, and you literally tell it, "Oh, airy pluck." It gives you an airy pluck. Voice, old man voice, robot voice, whatever. It'll just give you anything. So using it like that is fun, but don't go asking AI to be like, oh, you know what? Give me a whole song structure with drums and chords, and you know what? Maybe write lyrics while you're at it.
Yeah. Because I think that I know Chris Lake said it the best, where it's just like you can never take like the pure creativity of like the human mind. And that's exactly where I come back to. I'm just like, yeah, absolutely. Use those plugins. Use that synth plugin to like get the kind of result that you want. But yeah, as long as that's a tool and not just like a crutch, then I think that you can do great things with it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're just gonna limit yourself and just.
Otherwise, it's like, you know how those people like come after you for like using presets and things like that? It's sort of like that, but on a much larger scale now. It's like, you know, oh, you made a whole song out of samples from Splice? Well, yeah, he's just starting out. Let him fucking, you know. Sort of like that, dude. But I get it. But like, I would say like be cautious about it. Don't let it be a crutch, like you said.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, because I think you're definitely right with saying that like, anytime there's any sort of change, people use like just like these samples. There's always someone to be like, that's not the right way to do it. It's just like, yes, I get that, but just you gotta move with the flow. You gotta be able to adapt with the flow and go with what's happening. Otherwise, you're just gonna limit yourself. And I think that you're absolutely right in that kind of way. Like,
I mean, you see all these producers from back like 2008 or something. You talk to anybody of them, they'll be like, "You don't make your own kicks?"
Yeah.
Yeah, brother, I do not.
Fuck that, bro.
No, bro. You know how much? I mean, yeah, sure. I have my sample packs and I like it, and I have made my own kicks, but I gotta get this done by tomorrow. Like, I need a kick right now, and it's like, shut up.
Exactly. Grow. I think the wise man said, "Grow up. You'll be okay. Get over it."
Why would I like spend like 2-3 hours when Virtual Riot has like an entire fucking library? Okay, it's
fucking oath. Exactly. 100%, man. 100%.
Fuck.
But yeah, nice. I think that that's basically time. I think. I mean, our fucking stopwatch has gone blank, but I think that was a fucking good episode, man. I had a lot of fun with that, dude.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Fucking right, because I mean, I'm gonna out myself right now. It's the 11th of July, so
if this comes out in December,
so I don't know when this is gonna come up, but right now I'm gonna regret this later.
Oh shit!
But it's the 11th of July. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but you'll know about when it does. Yeah. You'll know about when it does. But fuck yeah, there you go.
Cheers, bro. Thanks for having me. It was super fun.